In this video, we're going to have a look at how to change the button text. So normally your button text would be add to basket, but in this case, we're going to have a look at how to change that. So in the archive view, we have add to basket and buy now. And on the single product page, we have last chance buy now if it's a product on sale. And if it's a regular product with a normal add to basket, we just have the standard add to basket message. So to get started then, the first thing that we need to do, or that I'm going to do, is head over into my snippets, and I'm going to delete the snippets that I have, and we'll recreate. Right, so we're going to delete those and save. And now when we go back to the shop, and you'll see that because we've removed the changes, everything goes back to the default add to cart. So to get started then, I'm going to head back to my snippets, and I'm using code snippets to add these snippets. And to get started then, we're going to head down and create the function. So the first function that I will create will be function by underscore, and we're going to do button underscore single underscore product. So that's the button for the single product. And the second function that we'll add then will be the function for the archive. Let's go button underscore product underscore archive. Right, so there we have the two functions, and just make sure that's all lowercase. Right, function, and make sure everything is an underscore. Right, and now we're ready to save that, and now we can get started. So in this case, though, we're using filters. We're not going to be using a function. So to just get the filters right, so we've got two filters. So the first one that we'll be using is add filter, and we're just going to get the format right here. Right, and copy across the function name, pop that in there, and then what we're going to do is add the filter that we'll be using. So in this case, we're going to be using the WooCommerce underscore product underscore single underscore add underscore to underscore cart underscore text. And these these filters are made by WooCommerce, so that's the name that they've given it. And the second one that we're going to be using, add filter, and we're just going to get the format right here, and then we'll add this rather long filter name as well. So we just pop in the function, and then the filter to apply to our function is going to be, right, here we go, WooCommerce underscore product underscore add underscore to underscore cart underscore text. So WooCommerce product add to cart text, and the WooCommerce product single add to cart text. Right, now what we want to do is just check if the product is on sale, and if it's on sale, do something, and if it's not on sale, do something else. So first thing we need to get is the product information to check if it's on sale. So to do that, we can do that accessing the global product variable. So global product. Next thing I want to do is get the product ID. So, right, so that's the global product. To get the global product ID, we'll go prod underscore ID is equal to product get underscore ID open close bracket. Right, so now we're going to get the product ID. The next thing I need to do is get the product information. So let's say product is equal to WooCommerce underscore get underscore product. And now we're going to put the product ID in here. Right, so now we know to get the product information for the product. Now what we need to do is check if there are any items on sale for that product. So we're going to say on underscore sale, and that is equal to the product. And now we can just say get sale price, and that will be get underscore sale underscore price. Right, so now we've got the sale price, and we can now check to see if the product is on sale. So if, and we're just going to say if there isn't a price, so if it's on underscore sale, then let's do something else. We'll do something else. So if the product is on sale, what we're going to do then is we're going to return the value that should be on the button. So it'll be a case of return, and now the value that we're going to return is written in this format. Right, so what we'll do, if it's on sale on the single product, let's go last chance buy today. So that's the button information that we want. Else, we'll just say return and here we'll go add me to your cart. And normally what will happen is this is where we would put in the theme name, and that would be just for translation purposes. So you can leave that piece off. Right, so now we have that add to cart done, and now we're going to save that. And then we head over to the website, and we're looking at a product that is on sale, and you'll see now it says last chance buy today. And if I go back to the shop, there's nothing to see. And the reason for that is because we haven't told it what to put in on those buttons yet. The other thing over here is on a normal product that isn't on sale, we are getting the add me to your cart. And then, of course, on the sale items, we're getting the last chance buy today. So now what we want to do is set up the button text for the front. So that was the other filter that we had. So it works in the same way. So I'm going to head over here, and instead of typing everything again, we'll just copy that and paste it in there. And this time what we'll say is we'll go buy me if it's on sale. And if it's not on sale, we'll just say add me. So keep it a little bit shorter on the single, on the archive view, and backspace. Let's save that. So now when we refresh the archive page, you'll see that we have the add me and then the buy me. Maybe what we could do then is instead of the buy me, is we could say I'm on sale would be great. The only problem with that now is that we're using this inverted comma, the single quote, and the problem with that is that in PHP sees that as the beginning or the end of some content and of some code. So what we need to do is put in some characters from an HTML character set. I did use some before, so what I'm going to do is just copy that. And then I'm going to paste that in and save. And now let's have a look. And you'll see now it says I'm on sale, or it just says add me. So if we head down to the code, let's just have another look. So what we did is we first accessed the global product. We then get the ID, we get the product information, we check if it's on, if it has a sale price. If it has a sale price and it's on sale, obviously, then for the single product, we say last chance buy today, or add me to your cart, and if it's in the archive view, we say I'm on sale or add me. So now if I go into that, I'm on sale, last chance, buy today. And we could then just we could just buy me today. So that's how you would essentially then be able to customize the buttons on the website. And it's really just a basic function with a couple of lines of text, and then you can customize your shop even further. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and thank you for watching.